Credit.
Voice act, you ready for this?
Welcome to the Nuggcast, the only weekly gaming podcast that actively makes you more social. I'm Rowan.
I'm Micah.
I'm Georgia.
And I'm Ryan.
Today we're going to talk about some news, and then we're going to talk about our topic of the week, which is whether games make you antisocial or not. The answer is no.
And then we're going to just talk about the games we played this week.
Yeah, we played a couple games this week. Then we'll finish with some housekeeping. Get into it.
Got to dust the shelves.
Yeah.
Got to do my laundry.
Really do. Really do.
This is dead meme.
Eat the strepsils.
Yep.
Strepsils on my heroin.
Micah has a sore throat today.
Mm-mm.
So sorry if he sounds croaky.
For a while. But
He's
no,
a sick baby.
I just I can actually bring that up later. Where I'm already wasting time.
So the first
It was me. It was me.
It's just news. So the first news.
news you can use.
I wanted to do that. News you can use. What's that from?
It sounds like a Tim and Eric thing.
It's from something.
Yeah.
News you can use. Rain.
So the first news story, and probably our biggest one for today, is some big changes are coming to Steam.
Finally.
So basically, there's nothing final about anything that was said here, but basically there was a meeting between Jim Sterling, Total Biscuit, and Valve.
Like the heads of Valve, pretty much.
The heads of Valve.
Not Gaben, but like just below Gaben.
Yeah. And basically, yeah.
Like the shoulders of Valve.
Exactly. The reason these people were picked is because Jim Sterling, he has his Steam Cleanlight, where he's trying to fix up the problems with Greenlight.
On YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah. And also, Total Biscuit is the top curator for Steam, and they have also both been, heavy. They've critiqued Valve in the past, and so it shows a lot that Valve has brought them on, because
I'm honestly waiting for my invitation. Valve.
Yeah.
I think it's just
I've
really
got
good
ideas.
that they're like willing to take brutal honesty, which comes in the form of two British boys.
Yeah, that's
Are
right.
they both British?
Yes.
I
And-
thought that Total Biscuit. I'm confused.
They both live in America, though.
I'm sorry, I have confused him with the other one.
The other one.
Cracking?
The butterfly.
Oh, that's Jesse Cox.
Yeah.
And the other thing of... I don't remember, there's something really important that I needed to say after that.
It's about the Steam Greenlight, really. They just
You
want
think
to
it's
improve it.
You think it's just about streaming? I thought
The-
it was.
Oh,
the
no,
direct,
it's
'cause
it's
they're
about-
changing to the direct.
It's about, what to do with Direct, how to change the curation system. There's also the new system they're implementing, which is Steam Explorers.
Oh, what's that?
It's...
Wasn't that like a summer game that they had at one point?
Me.
Explorers was a thing that they did have.
Okay,
yeah.
It's pretty much a way to almost, not really gamify curation, but a way to give people incentive to curate games. It's pretty much, if you can sign up for it, they'll give you a bunch of games going through Steam Direct, and then you can play it for a bit, and then say if it's worth being on Steam or not.
That's cool.
So it's called like, hey, this game is obviously a shitty asset flip. This is not going to go on Steam. It's just sort of like, it's another way for Valve to put curation into the hands of the community.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it might actually be a good way.
I really like Valve and Steam doing good things. That's nice to hear.
And they even want to do stuff, so with the Explorer system, basically what they want to do is they're really trying to gamify it. You gain levels, you get special perks and stuff. There'll be a thing where once a week you'll get to refund one game, because for this Explorers thing you still have to buy the games.
Yeah.
But you get an extra refund a week specifically under this system if you're signed up to
And
it
I assume it'll
for
be
one
a
of
no
those
question
games.
ask refund.
Yeah,
Just
exactly,
I didn't
because
like
if you've
this
just bought a
game.
bunch of shit games so that you can do the Explorers to say whether they're good or bad, then you can refund that game. But then there'll be things in the future where, you might even, if you get to particularly high levels, you might be able to, something we'll talk about later, you might even be able to get, review copies and things for games.
Right.
And so there's a lot of stuff that's built in there that you'll be able to do and just be like, oh, look, I'm a real high-level explorer on Steam. And
everyone would trust you if you're a high level.
And usually you'll be able to tell well within the 2 hours you need to do a normal refund if a game deserves to be on Steam or not.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So it's the same refund policy for the special boys, the Explorer boys?
Yeah, pretty much, except you get an extra one, but I think it's... is it maybe that, like, you get one even if you've played it for over 2 hours? Like,
it
is
would
that
be, but I
maybe?
think that might be if you're a higher level.
Yeah, that'll be
because
like a higher
level.
Yeah, because anyone can be an explorer.
Yeah.
It'll be like a thing for like if you really want to get an in-depth look for a review, but you hate it.
And so the other changes that are coming to it, so specifically with Steam Curators, so Steam Curators is a thing that they implemented a while ago, and quite honestly, it's a bit shit.
It doesn't do anything except sometimes you see a quote under a game.
Yeah, and it's just basically like...
I like it. I found a lot of games through. I personally follow one that's like games with cats in them. That's just one that I follow, and it really has helped me find games with cats. It's what I look for in games.
The Hodor one's real good.
Yeah.
He
Also,
just manages,
Hodor?
Yeah, he just
Speaking-
managed to recommend all the good ones.
Speaking of Steam Curators, if you want to follow us on Steam, I started that a couple weeks ago.
We have a Steam curation.
Yeah, we do. We have this little Steam group. You can, the Nuggcast. Feel free to join the group and rep the Nuggcast on Steam.
How's your curation group going?
Oh yeah, I had one. I had a Steam group with like 1,600 members for a
You
while.
like farmed members somehow?
I
How'd you
found
do it?
member using Steam Companion by selling games I got off Humble Bundle I didn't want.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh wait, these people just wanted the games. They don't want
Yeah.
to play games with me.
Yeah. He
Then
would,
I
like, he would like set up events to be like, alright, let's all go play, Payday now, and everyone would be like, I'm playing a game you bought me.
He's like, I wanted this game. Bye.
So basically, what's going to happen with Steam Curators is they'll actually be able to... So if you go onto somebody's Steam Curator page, you'll actually be able to see, rather than just recent games that have come out, they'll be able to put, like, say, like a bucket that's just like, hey, these are my top games of 2016, these are my top games of here's some good games that are 4X strategy, here's some good role-playing games, you know?
you can, like,
and
make
so they'll
little
just...
kind of article things.
Yeah, exactly. So
So
you
that-
can
yeah.
actually sort them and make it
That's
something
nice,
useful.
so that you can have your games with cats, but you can also do games with dogs. You don't have to make a new Steam
Yeah,
account for that.
all under one
Yeah.
curation thing.
Yeah, which is nice because my guy only does cats. And I'm interested in others.
And they also want to do things like adding communities to these curators, so that there can be stuff like, oh, hey, I'm playing this new game, but there's not many people here. Do you want to come and do this? And that also kind of ties into the Explorers thing as well. So it's like, if you're, just like experienced a new game, and it's like, oh, but nobody's playing this game, there's like a community there that you can be like, oh, hey, come play this game. This will be a good time for us.
And they're also looking into having curator-specific tags, so they can just tag the games in it with tags they want. Where it's just sort of like, if you don't agree that a game is an RPG, you tag it something else, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good example that was given by TB was roguelite, because not a lot of people use it, but people that are fans of specifically him and thus follow him, they'll know what a roguelite is, because it's a very specific thing, just like walking simulator, things like that. It's community
like
terms that are...
niche thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's community terms that mean something very specific. There's also things for them, so for curators, they'll be able to be sent review copies directly through Steam, so they don't have to be emailed or anything, which is
A very
so
good thing.
Like, it's something that should have been a part of Steam for a very long time, because emailing out keys, like, people legitimately pretend to be...
dangerous. Yeah.
People pretend to be YouTubers, email through to developers and go, hey, I'm a YouTuber, can you send me your game? They're like,
PewDiePie.
yeah, please, and then they go sell them on G2A or another,
Good old G2A.
another grey market key reseller, because that's what they are. Just bringing that right back.
Yeah.
Well, like G2A, get out of my face.
What does G2A stand for?
Good to ass.
I was gonna say great to ass.
And there's systems like with the curators, they want them to be able to like, if you're recommending games to people, they can see that you're recommending games, so you get like perks through Steam, and they're talking about possibly having like an actual tangible reward for them. So that's all they said, tangible reward, but from what it sounds like, they might even get like a cut of it because they're recommending games. But obviously that's just like from the way they said it, it sounds like that, but they haven't said anything specific, I don't think. So some of the people that may be listening at home might be like, I don't really like any Steam curators. I don't really want, like, all this, you know, oh, there's going to be stuff popping up. It's like, curators recommend this and all that.
You don't have to follow them.
Well, you don't have to follow them, but also you can follow them and you can actually have control over the amount of visibility of things that are on the Steam page.
That's
so,
nice.
One of the things they want to do is just make it easier to find games that you want. Because that's what Steam wants regardless. They want you to buy games, so they want you to see the games you want. And so they're going to very much be like, they're going to come, they have like a system that will be much better at finding games that you want, like based on the tags, based on the curators that you follow, based on a bunch of other stuff, like just games that you've bought, hey, this game's like this. Yeah. And they, probably the best part about it is they want to be really transparent. So in the past, Steam has been awful. Steam has never told you any information, and it's been really bad.
Not about what they're working on, what is going on behind the scenes, anything like that.
Yeah.
And now they're kind of, making the flip, doing the opposite.
Yeah,
all
so
companies should be transparent.
Yeah. So if you get recommended a game, then it will actually pop up on the recommendation for the game. It already does this. It's like, because you follow this curator. But it'll be very precise about, because you follow this curator, and also you liked this game, and also you've bought a few games that have the RPG tag, and it'll give you like a lot of visibility as to why you're being recommended certain games, and that'll just overall make everything a lot better.
Yeah, the end goal is to sort of have everyone's Steam store be different. What they see is different. You're only going to see games you would probably like.
That, but also it's like, kind of like, I didn't know that I liked the survival sort of games until it was randomly suggested to me, and I was like, this has dinosaurs, I'm going to play it.
Well, and that's also the kind of thing for the with the explorers and stuff like that. Like with this level of visibility thing, you can very easily say, I want to see some games that are outside of my zone of things that Steam has said, no, you like this box of games.
But Steam's
and that's
not
the thing
know
with the
that I
visibility.
hate first-person shooters.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not going to be a perfect system, but it will be a better system by far.
And one main goal of this is to stop what they're referring to as fake games from being profitable, which is pretty much just any game that should not be on Steam, like anything made by Digital Homicide, just any asset flip game made to just sell for $1 and then people get it because of trading cards. Yeah. They're going to try and change the trading card system to a way that people aren't incentivized to buy $1 shitty games.
Oh yeah, I got a game recently and I was very shocked. I think it was Project High Rise actually. Or it was either Project High Rise or Heart and Slash, and one of the cards I got was worth like $1 something, and I've never seen a card be worth that much. And I was like, excuse me, I'm gonna sell this. And I did.
Nice.
Except I regretted it. It must have been Heart and Slash because it's the aesthetic.
The thing they want to do is they want to make it so that it's just unprofitable to make a game that they're legitimately just selling for trading cards. Yeah. Like those asset flips and stuff, the reason they're there is because they can churn them out in a day and they can sell trading cards for it, and people will do that because they use it as like a stock market thing. It's not super profitable, but they're still earning money from it, and that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, it's pretty much, they're going to keep selling terrible games because sometimes you want to play a terrible game, some people maybe, but they're not going to, they're going to make it. Yeah, you're gonna have to look for bad games to find them. You're not gonna. They're not gonna show up in the store.
Yeah.
Which is honestly the way it should be. It's not like anybody's saying, "Oh no, you can't play bad games." It's people are just saying, we want good games. So in the future, they do want to they are looking at getting consultation from more people. So it's not just TB and Jim Sterling. They're actually looking at getting people. One thing I should mention.
And for all we know, they've had meetings with other people who aren't e-famous, so...
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're actually looking for people to get consultation from. One thing that I didn't say, it wasn't just TB, it was John and Jenna Bain, so his wife was there as well. Sorry, I skimmed over that a little bit at the start.
Well, she's important because she has, like, a real different perspective, a lot less
She's like...
industry, more consumer, and it's kind of more important, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, because, like, Tobis gets such a cynical person, she kind of, like, balances that out.
Exactly.
So one thing I do have to say, nothing from this meeting is final. They very much stress that they're like, this is all stuff that's just in the works. But the very fact that they went in there, they didn't slap an NDA on them. So they didn't say you can't talk about this. So it's very much like we're holding Steam to this now, and Steam knows it. They know that from them coming out here, people are going to be like, okay, this is the kind of thing we expect from Steam now.
Yeah.
Which is, like, great, because Steam, like, as we said, Steam, it's not very transparent, and it's really difficult to know what's going on. Yeah. Like, they haven't even come out and said that they know stuff about asset flips and stuff. This is the first time that we've heard about, they've called them fake games, which is a pretty good name.
Yeah.
Like,
I like it.
I like that that's their internal name for it.
Yeah.
But it's,
Twage.
Yeah, so moving on from Steam, a new possible competitor for Steam. So Steam better step up their game and improve these things, because... So what's happening now is the thing that was announced earlier, so the Twitch game store, has that's been rolled out now. So what they've done is they've launched a desktop app, so you can actually have on your computer just Twitch, and it just brings up its own thing.
Yeah.
When they acquired Curse, I believe they used some of the technology from the Curse client, and that's all built in there.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So basically, 50 games are currently signed on. Well, over 50 games, but around 50 games have signed on. Some of them are like For Honor, Walking Dead, Firewatch, Psychonauts, a few other things like that. And yeah, so that thing's fully rolled out. So if you missed what was going on there, basically it's just Twitch wants to make it so that you can, if a streamer is playing a game, there'll be a little button under it to say, hey, buy this game. And then the streamer gets about 5% of the profits. 70% goes to the actual developer of the game, and then and then the rest of it goes to Twitch. Yeah. And it's, all around, like, streamers weren't getting anything from this in the past, and so streamers at least getting something is good, because they're obviously, like, in part responsible for advertising the game.
We already spoke about this.
Yeah. No, we definitely did. I'm just kind of doing a recap in case anybody missed it.
Okay.
And yeah, that's basically the system's been rolled out. An annoying thing is it only supports US dollars at the moment. They want to get it to more countries, but at the moment it's just US dollars. So that's
great.
Yeah, Australia. Oh, dude, ocean tax. Fuck's sake.
I just said it at the same time. Yeah. Club Penguin.
I know. Oh, our next two stories are very sad. just so sad. But is it sad? So our next two stories. So Club Penguin. Club Penguin, we knew about this for a while, but Club Penguin is officially dead. It's after 12 years.
In our hearts,
it does live on in our hearts.
And also in the new Club Penguin.
Yeah, but does it live on in the new Club Penguin? Anyway, so after 12 years of Club Penguin, it's officially ended. It ended with a little box that says, "You've been disconnected. Thank you for playing Club Penguin. Waddle on." And it was just a cute little message, and people are very sad. Like, it's been announced for a while, but I think fully, like, especially since a lot of the people that played were kids, they may not have expected it. There was probably some things that popped up, like, on the Club Penguin thing, just like, hey, we're going to be closing down, but it really, once it shut down, it just really cemented it for a lot of people. Like, oh no, this is going away.
I mean, it was such an important part in some people's lives. Like, my girlfriend has an account that's almost 10 years old, and that's just gone now.
Yeah.
It was such a, like, butt end of the gaming jokes, but it also made a lot of difference. Like, it kind of started a whole kids online game.
It did.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It provided a place for kids to game online. Like,
and to, like, not be sweared at.
Yeah, exactly.
It's safe.
A bunch of people have been. This is half relevant. A bunch of people have been speedrunning the new Club Penguin in the way it's how quickly can they get banned.
Yeah.
I think the current record is like 2.5 minutes.
They did it with the old one as well, but that's from the time of character creation to getting into the game.
How is that difficult in any way? You just open up the game, type fuck.
Yeah, it's not difficult.
Only it's whoever can do that fastest.
Yeah, you need to do it because it's from character creation. So from the moment you hit create a character, you need to create a character as quickly as possible. Get in there.
Default characters you can choose. Cause...
I don't know. That could be. I think you can only change the colors.
Tutorial you gotta do.
Yeah,
I do know that
you can get banned during the tutorial. I saw somebody get banned during the
Oh,
tutorial.
you don't have to, wait. You don't have to make an account before you do the tutorial though.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
You log in after you do the tutorial, don't you?
No.
Well, you log in after you do something.
Yeah, you like
Probably after you open up the app.
you load in and it kind of says just like some stuff and it does like a little pen, like a little animation cutscene.
There's also like a little thing on a ship.
On your
Yeah.
mobile phone.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a scare in the Club Penguin community because they didn't know what was going to happen with r/ban from Club Penguin. They announced that they're like, nah, so like there's no Club Penguin, we can't do it anymore. But then they're like, no, actually, we're going to do it in the new Club Penguin. And also, something that I didn't realize exists, but I'm kind of super glad exists. If anybody's like, I really want to play the old Club Penguin, there's private servers. You can play
Really?
Club Penguin private servers. And that's, maybe it's a topic for another day, but I think, like, just the fact of, like, private servers, like, a certain online games, the servers can't stay up forever.
Yeah.
And it's things like that, like private servers, like, they're very illegal, but, like, what are you going to do? Like, once a game like Club Penguin's gone. Like, yeah.
I'm like torn about that, but
Yeah.
a topic for another time.
Exactly, a topic for
I would
another
like
time.
to add, if anybody would like to add me on the new Club Penguin, that my username is Georgia, GEORGRAR. I'd love to have more friends.
Have you actually been playing it?
Yeah, no.
Did you just make an account?
No, that's why I lost my shit before. Because
like showing him
he
my
said Club
penguin.
Penguin, and she looked back like,
I was like playing it the entire time
And
we've
you
been
were-
recording the
Oh my God.
podcast.
And you weren't showing me your phone.
yeah,
Yeah.
she kept on like showing me the Club
Because
Penguin.
I knew
was
you
like,
would rat me
nice.
out.
Yeah.
So I wanted to wait till after I did my promo.
So you rated yourself out.
Yeah.
There is an interesting thing where a lot of people really aren't liking the new Club Penguin, but at the moment, because of the the big thing about Club Penguin dying, it's hard to tell if the game is actually bad or if it's just people that are like, oh, it's not the same
sequels.
old Club Penguin, you know?
Yeah.
And also,
But-
like, a lot of people have played the original
The original Club Penguin.
The original Club Penguin, they started playing when they were really young. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's hard to, like...
It's hard to remember accurately how good Club Penguin actually is.
Yeah, Club Penguin is just kind of like
'Cause-
Star Wars.
And like, all know,
Medium.
Club Penguin is a kid's game,
Yeah.
which doesn't mean big boys can't play it. But it also means your expectations should be different to...
Yeah, like you need to remember that kids need to figure the puzzles out. Kids need to, you know, have fun, and we want everyone to be able to have fun. But sometimes it's just we're gonna make it more fun for our target audience, you know, and that's just what you got to deal with. You know, if it's fun for you and you're not the target audience, good on you. Like, have good job.
Have good job.
Yeah, well, don't be like upset about it. Just be thankful that you like it. And it's
Good job, George Ra, 2017.
Thank you.
So another story of something else dying, the peripheral developer Mad Catz they've gone out.
What did they
Mad
develop?
Cats are
Sorry?
dead cats now.
So if you ever had a friend over at your house and you're playing the PlayStation and you're like, I don't like this person, so I'm giving them the shitty controller. The shitty controller probably was developed by Mad Catz.
Oh my god.
So, Mad Catz, they've been going on for a while. Some of their more recent stuff has been of a more decent quality, but especially their early stuff was very much I need to buy a cheap PlayStation controller. If you imagine to yourself a see-through PlayStation controller, that's Mad Catz. Like, that's it. It's, you know, they were always cheap, the buttons weren't very good. Nevertheless, they're dead. Let's not make fun of them.
Yeah, well, it's just the company.
Just the company.
Nobody
Actually died. Just the company. So basically, they've had a long financial struggle. They officially ceased production. The directors and the officers have resigned. Their assets have been liquidated. They've been around for 30 years, and it's like only till now that it's been a problem. Well, like they've always had financial problems, but now it's really.
They finally THQ'd.
They finally THQ'd.
It's gone.
So last year they laid off 40% of their staff. And they basically put a lot of faith into Rock Band 4 and Tekken 7 to really get their stuff back together, and it just did not do well.
There's a Tekken 7?
There's a Rock Band 4?
I thought there were like 9 Tekkens or something. There are a lot of Tekkens.
There's a lot of Tekkens. So the stocks dropped so low that they actually had to be removed from the stock exchange.
Oh.
And yeah, they're founded in 1989 and they've ended in 2017.
Man.
And yeah,
It's always sad
What a
for a
legacy.
company to go down, but I wasn't the biggest fan of their stuff, so I don't care that much.
I wanna
Sorry, but
see if they made any Super Nintendo controls. Pick one of those up.
the question is, will they be?
Your SNES controllers suck enough already.
Oh no, I don't have any official ones. I need official
Yeah,
ones.
was the fucking SNES one that has like 80 buttons?
Yeah, that one's good. That one's old.
Oh.
It doesn't have 80.
Okay.
It has some turbo buttons.
Well, of course it doesn't have 80. What the fuck? I also got my headphones stuck.
turbo buttons were one of the big pulls of the Mad Catz
Yeah.
thing.
What does it do again?
It just makes it so when you hold down the button, it's like it's being pressed a lot.
Oh.
And
That's kind of.
one of my SNES controllers has a slow motion option that all it does is just spam start.
Oh my god.
That's great.
That's actually great.
I love how I was like, your SNES controllers suck, and you're like, they don't, and then you said those two things. Moving on.
Yeah.
It's called I forgot what it's called. It has a really pretentious name, just an amazing name, and I forgot.
Mad Cat.
The Mad Cat.
Mad Catz with a Z.
Like the High School Musical?
Like Zac Efron with a Z?
Yes. Oh, that's Wildcats. Never mind.
That's literally all our news. That's it. That's the news.
We talked about Valve for a while, which is good.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
That's why I was trying to stretch it out because
Yeah,
we didn't.
I noticed that you were stretching out, and I only got bored once, so I think that's good.
Nice.
That's less than usual.
Yeah.
Well, no, exactly. I get bored a lot.
Oh no, that was me not joking.
Still playing Club Penguin, Josh?
Yeah, no.
In
I'll tell
other
you when she
news,
stops. It'll be like, whoa. In other news,
video games make people antisocial, like Georgia right now, playing Club Penguin.
I am being
That is a big
very
segue.
social, actually.
So the topic for the day is, do video games make you antisocial? And yeah, we'll just be sharing a bunch of personal anecdotes, things like that, just about how we feel about the topic and stuff. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, a big
That's fine.
a big part of games being social is MMOs. I would say they are massively social.
Massively multiplayerly social.
Yeah.
I don't super agree.
Do you think there's a more social genre?
I think single player games on consoles, when you have siblings close to your age, are the most social of games.
Actually,
I would agree with that.
I actually can't disagree with that either,
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah,
like
your tattoo.
the entire
Yeah,
thing.
and it's like literally, it's my turn, it's my turn.
Like me and Rowan became friends because we both were in love with Skyrim. We hated each other before that.
No, yeah, I wanted to kill him.
Yeah, I did kill him. But
He's
like
dead.
before that, I didn't really make any friends over like games and stuff. But like I have just hundreds of hours of lovely memories to do with me and my brother playing games together. So I think it's definitely like a really important thing to the family because it's like it's in your house and so is your family, so you can just come together and play video games. It's great.
When I think about like games that I want to make, it's really one of the main things is to replicate that feeling that I got like playing with my brother and like being I saw this on the internet, because we were very young. We still had dial-up.
Oh, you are so old.
Yeah. But we were like, I read this and I think this is, my friend told me how to do this. And we would like write our things down and we would like But okay, now I'll die 3 times, and then if you die, it's my turn again. He caught on to that pretty fast.
Yeah.
But like, we would play racing games together as well. It wasn't just like story modes, but racing games, and like my little sisters who were like, 5+ years younger than us, we would be like, we just want to plug your controller and just pretend you're playing too. And that works for a good while, but it's very, like, I really, when I make games, I want to be able to replicate that, where it's just like, mystery and fun, and I just like the childlike wonder that some games give people.
Yeah, but just to quickly touch on racing games, although they were quite social, I also don't think that in my life I've ever broken as many controllers as playing racing games with family members.
I've never broken a controller. My brother has.
The first time I broke a controller on my own was while I was playing The Witcher 2. Just threw it right at the wall.
Fair enough, it's The Witcher 2.
I broke a disc, though. Snap.
Like, alright, so we are talking about how playing games with your family is a nice, lovely thing, but I think we've all been there, where you just kind of, holding the disc up in front of your family member being like, I'll fucking do it, you little bitch, if you don't show up right now, I'm gonna snap this disc.
I did it, and I did it.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Oh, I was in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and like whenever you get in a fight, like in before games times, whenever you get into a fight with your family member, it'd be like, oh, let's go talk to Poppy about it, we'll get her spanking. But if you get into a fight with your fucking siblings, when like in the modern era, it's like, I'm gonna go overwrite your save, and then that would just tear heads.
Like that would just break me.
Yeah, it happened once, and I was like, ooh, like it's just, oh, that didn't feel good.
I actually knew a family that used to play WoW together, and they very specifically, as a punishment, used to delete my friend's WoW characters.
Really?
This was before it was super easy to get your WoW characters back.
Yeah. Well.
Like it's really easy nowadays, but back then it's slightly more difficult. So it's it's
That's the punishment.
Like,
yeah, that is.
I have a friend who still does play WoW. She plays WoW with her parents. And it's a real fun time there. Sometimes they make her raid. She's not as into it anymore as they are. Which I just find so funny.
Oh, that's cool.
Because my dad, he's not a gamer, but he tries to take interest in what me and my brother do. And, my youngest sister really has taken a liking to games as well. Only one of my siblings missed the gaming gene, I guess. But he tried to take an interest. He tried to make a WoW character when me and my brother were heavily into WoW. He made Bradus, the Dwarven Paladin. My dad's name is Brad.
Oh, makes more sense.
Yeah. He got to level 19 and he's never played it again.
Oh, that's just before the game becomes bearable.
He actually has very recently bought WoW. Like, he bought all of it. So, I think he's playing. I'm not sure. I don't play WoW anymore.
So.
My brother does still, though, so they have, like, something to bond with there, which is nice.
I've never touched WoW, but I know that specifically talking about games being social, like, you, Rowan, and Georgia first met on WoW.
Well, yeah, I first met Rowan on WoW because...
Yeah. And I'll still never forgive her.
Look, don't try and start a fight with someone who's, like, clearly your superior.
Something that I did want to say, like, Micah and Rowan, you guys became friends bonding over Skyrim. Me and Georgia, like, originally became friends bonding over WoW.
Yeah.
I became friends with Rowan because we do a game course, and also we, like, chatted about games. Rowan and Georgia became friends because they play
Pokemon
WoW.
Go.
And Pokemon Go.
Yeah, well,
It's very much
Rowan
like a...
came, like, three hours late to our Pokemon Go date that we had set up. And then I had to leave. But yeah.
Do we have a game, Georgia?
We have Skyrim. We have Overwatch.
Wait, but was there a game that we like first that got us? Because like now, board game, it was just all board games. Yeah.
It was I think really, it was maybe Sheriff of Nottingham.
Oh, I think I knew you pretty well before Rowan had his.
Because I only met Rowan once before board games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one time.
But yeah, like I think that like, I also, like, I've never really made friends online at all, but, like, I used to, like, me, my brother, and my stepdad, this is going to be a little bit of explaining, but we spent money and we each got an Xbox and we set up, like, some COD stations in the garage.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and we would just play with these racist 12-year-olds that would just be like, hey, baby, what? And just, like, saying the worst shit. But we would have fun. You know, they sucked. I remember there was this one guy who made us all line up in a row so he could start recording it and do a 360 collat on us and make it try and seem real.
Oh my gosh.
And he did it. But,
Sure.
yeah, just like, I think that it's interesting, personally, like, the only people I've ever really conversed with online have been in Call of Duty and Minecraft. And then there's also on the other spectrum, where it's like, or the other side of the spectrum, rather, where it's like Guild Wars and WoW.
Yeah.
And, like, every game can be social because everyone enjoys either enjoying something or shitting on something.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not really, talking about Minecraft, I'm not really one to, like, I like to build things, but I really like to play with other people. And I'm 8 years older than my youngest sister, so I really, for a while, did struggle to find a connection with her because she was so much younger than me.
Right.
But Minecraft really did it for us.
Yeah.
Like, we would just jump on, we would jump on Skype and be literally down the hall from each other. And then we would play Minecraft, and it was just a real good time. We got, like, quite into it for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And it was, like, it was just real nice, and it's definitely one of the reasons she's more into games.
Yeah, Minecraft at its peak was, like, such a perfect game for everyone. Like, everyone of all ages.
Yeah,
really
I
liked
never
it.
had to worry that something would be inappropriate for her.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's, you know, she was at first a little scared of the zombies, you know.
Because they're horrifying.
Yeah, it was a bit scary for her, but I was able to comfort her through that. I also did introduce her to Left 4 Dead, which she begged me to. I think because she saw how many hours I was putting into it, playing with my other friends.
Right.
And she wanted that experience. And, I was too afraid to... Okay. I let her play it. But I was too afraid to let her play it online with other people. So I turned off my Wi-Fi. And she thought that she was playing with the other people, and she was talking to them, and I wasn't fully supervising her, and my heart broke because she was like, oh guys, come on guys, can you go forward? I don't know the way, so I need you, and they won't go forward.
Oh,
and
no.
I wanted to die. So I was like, no, Ella, my sister's name is Ella, cut it out. I was like, this is a chance for you to be the leader. You can be strong and be a leader. And so then I directed her. And she's like, they're following me. She was so happy about it. She was like 11.
That is lovely.
Yeah.
And I just, but like, for me, I like to be in control of things. But I do have, sometimes, I used to have quite poor leadership skills. But I would like to, I think that I have quite good leadership skills now, and one of the reasons is probably from MMOs specifically, where I'm just like, this is how you do this dungeon, just can we go? Like, come on.
Yeah.
And just like raids, like, you need to do this, do it.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite experiences just to do with gaming and specifically socially gaming is with Mike and 2 other friends. We would just go to the friend's place, pull an all-nighter just playing games from all different generations, just playing just games, not sleeping at all, eating unhealthy food, drinking unhealthy drinks.
Playing unhealthy games like Mario Party.
Thank you. Don't play Mario Party with someone who always wins at Mario Party, because the one time you're about to beat them, they might pull the game out.
I've never played a game of Mario Party without someone turning off the console before we're done.
Really?
Never. But I had fun during, I guess.
I've honestly never gotten that salty at Mario Party.
I didn't get salty at all.
Strongly competitive siblings. But we've never gone that far as to, not for Mario Party. There's been other things.
I've never turned off the console.
Hit and run.
Ooh.
That's
but that game is so good.
I know.
It is a really good game.
I hated myself for it for so long. I say, watch me.
That game is like really hard as well. Yeah.
One thing that I found, so a lot of this stuff about being the antisocial gamer kind of just comes from like old stereotypes, I guess.
From the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. Which is interesting because like arcades and stuff are very social places.
So social.
So I don't like a lot of it. I suppose it's just kind of like the movie thing of like the kid who sits in his basement playing games and stuff.
Yeah, and nerds play games and nerds don't have friends.
Well, like,
Exactly.
the thing is, like, arcade games started in pubs. Like, that's where they were.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. Like, what do you mean? Antisocial?
Yeah.
Everyone be crowding around watching you play Pac-Man.
And an interesting thing that I found is there's actually a 2013 study that revealed 61% of gamers play mostly multiplayer games.
Ah.
So that's quite interesting.
Is
Like
that including like online Scrabble and stuff like that?
that's a very good question.
I'm not sure that it would be including that because I think you can include online Scrabble as still a board game.
Yeah, it's still playing a game, being social. But, what do you guys think about the whole stigma around the fact that people who play games don't go outside and don't talk to people and don't have friends and shit?
I have a very specific thing to talk about.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I was in high school, I was playing World of Warcraft in my 2 final years of high school. I was going through a lot of stuff. Now I've found through therapy that, it was depression and it was anxiety. But what my teacher and my mother contrived was that I was addicted to World of Warcraft.
Oh.
And that I had a problem, and that I wasn't seeking out social situations because of the addiction.
You weren't depressed, you were just playing video games.
Yeah.
There are actually a lot of horror stories about WoW. Like, I literally was not allowed to play any game that was something craft because my mom heard stories of some dude dying while playing WoW.
Yeah, some guy did die, but that's...
That's someone who isn't everyone.
Yeah, that's someone who, like, legitimately didn't leave the house.
Yeah.
And was, I believe, quite suicidal already.
Okay.
But the thing with me is the teacher called me out in front of the class I was in. It was English, and I can't remember that teacher's name, and it's a good thing because I would call you out, bitch. Like, you don't say that. You don't, like, demean someone like that. And I really was having a lot of trouble with anxiety. I'd moved to a new school. It was a big old change for me going from private to public schools.
Oh, yeah. That's
very
a huge
different.
Oh, being between peasants.
Yeah, I know. I was mixed with the peasants.
Like
I started dating a peasant.
I'm still dating a peasant.
Like me.
No, but it was, like, really hard. And then she was like, your mother has told me about your addiction to World of Warcraft, and people made fun of me for that. And I was like, oh my gosh.
That's a whole other thing about how a lot of the education system is a little fucked, and we don't have to talk about that right now, but...
Yeah.
One of the big things is that it's seen as, like, a problem one way, but not the other way around. Like, it's not particularly that... like, games make people antisocial. It's that some people just aren't social people. And a great escape is, like, is if there wasn't games, they'd be reading books. If there wasn't books, they'd be doing something else.
Exactly. It was very much, I was just channeling all of my,
bad vibes.
My bad vibes into that and just putting it in there and, like, at least I'm leveling.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, games allow you to get... You can call it a false sense of progression. I feel like it's still a sense of, like, an actual achievement by playing them when you aren't doing anything else. Because, like, when you're watching a movie or reading a book, the only thing you achieve is, like, you might learn a new word or more about a movie or a book you can talk to people.
Well, that's true.
But, like, you feel like you're actually accomplishing something when you play a game. And then you can also talk to people about that because... it has a story more often than not.
A lot of people don't realize that, and they just associate it with sitting alone in your basement in the dark. And, I play games in the dark a lot.
Oh, yeah, it's fun.
But I'm also on Skype. Or I'm using Discord to talk to my friends.
Yeah.
As someone that mostly plays single-player games, I have been the person that just sits in his room alone all day playing games.
I think
mostly
we've all
me.
been there.
Yeah, but I would have been doing that even if there weren't video games. I just would have been more bored.
You would have been reading or something.
I mean, it's a great way to make games less antisocial. Please, just hurry up with multiplayer in Stardew Valley.
Oh!
It will literally ruin all of our lives.
Yes.
I will fail uni, and it would be worth it.
But we have a 2-month break.
We haven't.
I'm hoping it comes out for them.
We're gonna party so hard. Anyway,
Or we'll all just starve to death because we won't leave.
In high school...
Did you hear my hip?
was that your hip?
Yeah.
I thought that was a toe or something. I was like,
No.
okay.
Did you die?
Oh, that hurt.
Hip stuff does not feel good. I can confirm.
Micah would know.
In high school, one of the things with me and my best friend is that we'd always, like, we'd get home from school, we would play WoW, we would, like, play it together, we'd be on Skype, we'd be doing that the whole time, and then we'd get to school, and we'd talk about what we did in WoW. And it was just, like, it's just a catalyst for conversation. And, like, it does, you know.
I've literally been in front of a group of people being like, guys, check out what I did in Skyrim. And everyone was like, whoa, cool! And it was just like, it feels good. Because like, in the moment, if you, like, sit down while you're playing a game and you think about, like, it's just ones and zeros, oh my god. But then you can talk about the ones and zeros because other people know about them ones and zeros.
They
So it's a good feeling. Plus, like I said, I've not really met anyone over the, like, multiplayer game online kind of thing. But I've definitely experienced a lot of interesting characters, for sure.
Oh yeah,
like
I've had
me and
quite a few
Rowan.
experiences.
Me and Rowan have a handful of experiences with Vermintide. Just like I was drinking every time something happened in the game, and Rowan was just like talking about something, and there was this guy that came in who just every single thing Rowan said, he had a comeback for it, and it was just like there are so many interesting people that just like to put themselves out there because they're behind a screen, and that can be bad.
Yeah.
But also that can be lovely.
It can be lovely.
Are we going to talk about Left 4 Dead?
Yeah, we'll talk about Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
I'll just sum it up because we could go on for hours and hours, like the thousands of hours that I have spent playing Left 4 Dead in my lifetime. So me, Ryan, and a friend of ours, we really got into Left 4 Dead, especially the versus mode where you switch between Survivor and the infected, the zombies, the special ones.
Rainbows.
Yeah. So it's 8 versus 8 people?
4 versus 4.
Sorry, yeah, 4 versus 4.
For a
Not
total
bad.
of 8.
Yeah.
A total of 8 people. We're all fighting. Whew. Now, we had some opportunities to be very toxic people, and for a while we were not. We were learning the ropes. But then, you see, this was when a long time after Left 4 Dead 2 came out. You know, the server started dying, we started playing with the same people. We became very good. We knew what to do. We were me and the friend were a finely oiled machine. Ryan was a cog in it, but we made him work.
Yeah.
He loves to sabotage his team, I swear.
Oh yeah, that's the most fun
But-
part about.
I like to
multiplayer
think
games.
I was holding us back from being toxic a lot because I stopped them from being too good.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
because
good.
like
I like that.
literally we would win a couple rounds, or we'd be like, we have done over 1,000 points more than you. You're so bad. But it got to a point where we couldn't be toxic enough in the verses anymore to the opposite team. There's that full slot for a stranger. And that's who we decided our new random teammate is who we would, in fact, torture. There are many instances, such as one guy was named Dean, like with lots of N's. So we became a variation of Deans. And whenever we would find him, and for a good month, we would kind of see him around in the Left 4 Dead versus the various. We'd go into the mic. Dean.
Dean! Over and over again, spamming the chat, just
Yeah.
talking in
That's
voice.
the thing that sounds more like a kind of trolling thing
Oh,
than
yeah.
being like actual bad people.
Yeah, no, it's definitely more trolling.
It did get a little far. There was a husband and wife duo. Starfire Mum and Giuseppe. They don't have the same username, so I'm going to say them.
Giuseppe,
Yeah, Giuseppe,
like it.
also known as Starfire Dad. We found out they were in a relationship
Oh no.
from one of their other players. we essentially had to stop playing Left 4 Dead Versus because if somebody joined a game with us in it, they would either kick us or leave the game because we were not worth playing because we would beat them and we would be really horrible people about beating them.
Oh no. What kind of shit would you say?
We would just call them shit.
It's like, we won fucking
Yeah, we would just be running around making noises. We'd turn all talk on so the other team could hear us, and we'd just make screaming. Oh my gosh, my favourite one that we did, our favourite goof. I was George Costanza, you were Cosmo, or my friend was Cosmo, and you were Jerry, and we would like try and force the fourth person to be Elaine, and we would get like soundboards and like we would say stuff, like little sound bites from the show, and they were like, oh my god, please stop!
Because we had 3 people, we would always win any votes that we put out, because you can vote for certain things, so we cannot be kicked. And also, we would immediately join and then vote to turn all talk on so that both teams could hear the voice.
And then we'd go with the quotes.
Spam soundboards and stuff.
Characters. Oh, I really loved it when I was Marge, and I just went.
I love the sentence, we forced the 4th one to be Elaine.
Yeah, no.
Like, we were like, change your name to Elaine or we'll kick you. Change your name to Elaine.
Because we could kick whoever we wanted, so we'd just be like, look, you're getting kicked if you're not Elaine.
We would how we would do it is, at first we would just call them Elaine, and they wouldn't really get it, but some people would get it. And then we'd get to the point where we were winning, so they wouldn't want to leave. And then it was, change your name to Elaine or we'll kick you, which means they get a loss. So it messes with their stats if they don't. Because everybody really cares about the Left 4 Dead stats.
Okay, yeah, that's just griefing.
Yeah, no, that is.
We eventually, we couldn't play Versus anymore, so we had to move to the campaign. But we still had that one slot for Elaine. And it was it was a good time for us.
Specifically for us, not for anyone else.
I specifically added a lot of the people that we were quite toxic to. They don't want to talk to me still. Years later, they're like, can you not? And I'm like, you can play a bit. Starfire Dad, I had a conversation with him. Recently, Starfire Dad. I was like, because his name has changed since then, but I nicknamed him Starfire Dad, much to his dismay, because Starfire Mum is his wife's thing, and he's Giuseppe. He was Giuseppe.
Yeah, we just called him Starfire Dad. His name wasn't Starfire Dad.
They were married.
Yeah, once they're married, it's just his Starfire Dad. And we're like, where's Starfire Dad? And they're like, what are you talking about?
At the end, she knew. It was great. Anyway.
That was beautiful.
Games.
Yeah, still being social, I guess. Just in an interesting way.
Being social with our friends and kind of just annoying the people, but still being social. Like, you can be social and annoy people.
Yeah, like we were the worst people, but also we never said anything like truly harmful. It was all goofs, toxic goofs.
Yeah, toxic goofs.
But not like we weren't bad people.
Yeah, we're not hurting anyone. We're not like
you guys should go die.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
lightly doxed someone once on
Lightly
Rust. We played on this.
You
Rust
guys needed
server.
to stop doxing people. Like, I became so afraid of getting doxed because Georgia and the other friend were doxing people, and so I had to remove everything from my Steam profile so they can't. Yeah, no, not at all.
In my defense, I didn't know what doxing was, okay? So we were playing Rust, and we were playing on this server, and it was the first time, and we all bought Rust and played it, and it was a good server. I made good with the admin, which, that's a story for another time. That's a story for in 2 weeks. But, this one guy, he was raiding people a little bit, and we had a rule, no offline raiding on this server. He kept doing it. I can't quite remember his name, but it was
That's good, don't dox him again.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
I have him on Steam still, I can find him.
Don't have to.
No, but I didn't know what doxing was, so this guy peeved me off a little. I was like, why are you trying to raid us constantly? I raided him. Well, he was offline. See how he liked it. I wrote a message to him. drew Pepe, you know.
Normal
Things you
things.
do in Rust. He comes online and says, who raided me? And like, okay, it wasn't even, we didn't have to destroy anything to raid this guy. We literally just jumped into his base because he was so incompetent. Okay? The admin was giving him free items and he still couldn't protect himself. So, you know, whose fault is it really? But he was like a bit of a, you know, bit of a wanker. He just was like, who's doing this? Who's here? Or like, we would run past his base and he'd be like, who's that? I'm gonna shoot you if you don't tell me. I'm like, stop. Shoot me then. Not like he could hit.
Kill me.
But
Kill me now.
we started having some fun with him, you know? And I just thought, wouldn't it be real funny if I just started calling him by his name? So I just opened his Steam profile. And, you know, I found out his name. So he was like, how do you know my name? I was like, oh, I just guessed. And he was like, oh, that's weird. So then I said his last name, just subtly, into the chat. Not with his first name, I just would say his last name sometimes. And then looked him up on Facebook, just to see what was going on.
Okay.
Just like, why is your last name in your Steam profile? Why? That's wrong. Don't do it. Take it out.
I mean,
Let's blame the victim.
that's a wrong thing to do, but like...
So I looked up his thing. I saw that he was a real estate agent in the past. So I just one day asked him about real estate. I was like, oh, can you give me some real estate advice? He was like... I wasn't doing anything mean. He was just like,
that is mean.
And I specifically asked the area that he was in. I was like, I'm looking to buy, like, to rent a place in this area. And he's like, oh my god, that's such a coincidence. I was like, please, why don't you know? It was really great. I never did anything mean to him.
I hope he's doing well.
He's doing well. He actually got a really nice promotion.
Wait, how'd you know that?
I still talk to him sometimes. We became low-key friends. But yeah,
We have a lot of stories about online games.
Yeah, I've not done any of that. I just usually refrain from talking to people because it makes me nervous.
There was a couple months right before I met you and Rowan, where I was literally
Doxing them?
I wasn't. Yeah, I was just doxing the heck out of you guys.
Who is this Darth Sapphire?
No, what I was doing was I was playing Ark with quite a intense tribe, and literally I would come back from uni and I would play till 4 a.m, go to sleep for 2 hours, go to uni, and that's just what I was doing. And I was talking to these people. Even if we weren't doing anything, we just stand around in Ark talking and socializing. We got really invested into their lives. Then I found out one of them was a Nazi.
I should hate it when your friends turn out to be Nazis.
Them as well. I doxed them as well. That's how I knew he was a Nazi. Don't put Nazi pictures. Cut this bit. Don't put Nazi pictures on your Instagram if you don't want me to find them and be like, why you Nazi?
Wasn't he the guy who painted his polar bear with a SWAT sticker?
Yeah, that also tipped me off.
His polar bear?
Yeah, you can get polar bears or not.
Oh, okay.
Not a real polar bear!
Far out, Rowan. I mean, a guy with a polar bear, maybe I will be friends with him even if he is a Nazi.
If you got a polar bear swastika, I'll just look at the other side of the polar bear.
At least the polar bear's white.
It has black skin, though.
Look.
It's the best episode we've ever done.
This one's a Nazi. Fuck him, right? Let's give out their address.
No,
It's a
but
fucking Keemstar right there.
you know, I'm mainly social. I am a social person. When it comes to games, there's a lot of people play for competition and stuff. What are the other ones? Achievement. I'm looking at you because it's the bottle.
Oh, yeah. People
bottle.
play for griefing, achieving, exploring, and socializing.
Yeah. And
Is that
it's
what people play
griefing
MMOs
slash.
for?
Those are the
that's
4
all,
reasons people play games.
Oh, people play all games.
Yeah.
Well, no, those are the 4 types of gamer you can be. You can be
and you're a percentage
I'm a music
of each.
gamer.
Yeah.
You're a percentage
Fuck
of
off,
each.
mate.
You can be some of all.
So
that would be
are any of those things in a Rock Band?
I would definitely no.
Achiever.
Rock Band isn't a game.
Achiever.
Achiever is, yeah.
Yeah, specifically Achiever.
Yeah. But I think, with everything in life, it's about balance, and people can really get real antisocial with it, but I don't think that it is games' fault that people become antisocial when playing games. I think that it is very much, you already have that inside of you, and that's the sort of person you are. Like, there's some people that have addictive personalities.
Yeah.
And I think that being antisocial is a form of that, maybe even. Where it's like you get addicted to being alone, and you're like, I need the space from people. And then you just get less and less used to people being around you, and you're like, I can't deal with these people anymore. And it just progresses to that, and you have to slowly ease yourself back into society. After you spend a month playing Skyrim, it's like not my fault that EB Games broke the friggin' release date. Anyway, it was actually JB Hi-Fi.
What they did? What?
JB Hi-Fi released Skyrim a day early, and my friend sprinted to the bus so we could go get it.
Nice. I would have done that.
Yeah, it was that's a great memory. But no, it's just a me thing. But I've just always played games with other people. I do not enjoy playing games alone, really.
No.
Like Skyrim is probably the only game that I have played alone, aside from Bioshock Infinite, which I just sat down and played one day. Just start to finish.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because I'm not really like that at all. Like, I like playing games with people I'm already friends with, but I don't think I'll be able to play a game to make friends with someone. Like, I've given it a shot at, like, LAN nights we've had, and I've been able to be like, oh yeah, I like the graphics as well. But, like, past that point, it's just like, well, the conversation doesn't hold up for me personally. But I think it's definitely true that a lot of people have met and, like, formed incredible relationships completely based on games. Just, like, straight.
Like, I have to thank the closeness that I have with the majority of my family. Like, even my dad, I bonded with him over Age of Empires back when I was a little wee squid, playing Age of Empires. And even the other day he messaged me like, oh, I'm thinking about getting Age of Empires 2 or 3 on Steam. Which one do you think I should get? And I was like, here's my paragraph about what you should get. It was 2.
Yes, 2. Obviously.
Yeah. But it's really, I have to thank gaming for the closest I have with my siblings. Even though we're all doing very different things. My brother's doing engineering, I'm doing games and art sort of stuff. My youngest sibling is still in high school. My other sibling doesn't like games, so I'm not that close with her.
Yeah.
I have other things with her. I have like makeup and stuff that I can do with her. But, gaming is like a real big part of how I've bonded with my family, and it's interesting to see like the ones that don't like games I am less close with, and there's other reasons, people are complex, but I'm interested by that.
Yeah, I think the games don't really like inherently make you antisocial, but they definitely have like made people social. Like, I'm willing to say, like, by far there are just some people that, like, two different completely opposite people that would have never, like, talked to each other, like teenagers and, like, old dudes or whatever, that, like, have, like, a completely innocent relationship completely because they both like a video game.
Exactly.
And I think that's really cool because, like, before that, like, if you saw, like, a 15-year-old dude hanging out at the cinema with, like, a 30-year-old dude, they'll be like, whoa. But if they're, like, if they're both, like, waiting in line at a midnight launch, then they're like, alright, cool, these people like games. They have a little chat about what they think the new game is going to be like.
Yeah, exactly.
I choked on everything when I said that.
One of the interesting groups that this has actually had quite a big effect on is like urban inner city areas. Like, there's a big thing about like fighting games are very popular amongst that community because it's like they'll go to somebody's house, like especially they're of a
younger.
They're of a
younger kids, and they're of a lower socioeconomic sort of.
That's the word,
lifestyle.
thank you. And they, like, they'll go to one kid's house who has, like, oh, this kid's got Tekken, and, like, we all go and we all go play Tekken.
Round robin it, and it's, like, a real fun time.
Yeah. Or, like, they go to arcades and stuff, and, like, specifically because, like, there's, like, high crime rates in those kinds of areas, and a lot of that has been attributed to people are bored. And, like, that's kind of, like, there has been specific studies that have said that because of games, crime rates have actually dropped in those kinds of areas.
Also, there's an outlet. There's an outlet for aggression. That if you do have aggression, that's a whole nother thing. Like
there's a
topic for
we're not talking about violence.
I'm not talking about violence, but what I'm talking about is like aggression. Like if you're angry, you can just go button mash something
you can
and
just go
punch
like, do a fucking quick save and kill everyone in a pipeline.
I saw a graph that showed when Grand Theft Auto 5 was released, just a huge drop in crime because too many people were playing Grand Theft Auto to actually commit crimes.
That's great. I love
Commit the fake crimes.
Specifically recently, I've gone really into local multiplayer games. Like, I've played a lot of Lovers and Dangerous Space Time with my girlfriend. The game I'm making at the moment is a local multiplayer game. And I've been like, it's kind of like been a social experience, like just getting people to test that, playing that with them, and just having fun time with that. But like, I feel like local multiplayer games get a bad rap because people are just like, oh, why? You should just play. They should have online mode, which firstly is a dumb argument because netcode is the hardest thing. And yeah, servers are expensive. Peer-to-peer systems are unreliable. I'm going full game design nerd, but
there is something to say about just sitting there
in the
with
same
someone
room
that you most likely genuinely care about, and just shooting them in the face.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like just when you're playing online, you can't. One thing people miss out on is just the looks you can give them. You don't see the pain in their eyes when you're playing online.
Yeah, the looks and the
swift
sassy comments.
punch to the ribs.
When you're playing online, you can't hold up a disc and say, "I'll fucking do it," because they don't give a shit. It's your copy.
If you've downloaded, hold up the laptop, I'll do it.
If I had a PlayStation, I really want to play couch co-op Diablo with you, Georgia, because that looks really fun.
That's a thing?
We are
specifically for console.
We are saving for PS4, you may remember. Ryan.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
I'm saving for marriage.
No, you aren't. Have I not fucking brought up the Lego games?
Yeah.
So important.
Yeah.
I think, apart from obviously Ratchet and Clank, which is a game that I spent a whole lot of time.
Multiplayer on 2 or 3?
3.
3, yeah. Me and my brother spent so long.
I've never found anyone else that's played the multiplayer Ratchet Clank 3 without hating it.
Me and my brother played it and we
You
loved
specifically hate the Ratchet Clank 3 multiplayer.
I hated it with you. I hate playing all games with you that are competitive. It's just true. He fucking always chooses the ranged characters in fighting games and exclusively uses ranged attacks.
And then when I switched to non-ranged characters, I still kicked your ass.
No, you didn't switch at all.
The one time I switched all the time, but the one time he beat me was when every freaking debuff was on you.
Oh yeah.
Rowan, you and me need to go to an arcade, and I need to beat you at some Tekken.
I will get murdered in Tekken. I'm terrible at the game.
I'm real good at it.
I can beat you in
Tekken
Injustice and Mortal Kombat 9. Those are the 2 games you'll not be able to beat me in.
Tekken doesn't have any ranged characters.
It does not.
That's why he would lose his shit.
Actually play.
Yeah.
I'm good at playing Aquaman in Injustice. He's not ranged. Actually, he has A ranged.
A really good experience that I had with Ryan when we kind of got a little more serious in our relationship was when we played what was it, Lord of the Rings, Lego Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Like, I have many great memories playing the Ratchet and Clank games. I have many great memories just playing games with my brother. But, like, the Lego games, dude.
Yeah. They're great.
They're so great because you get to goof around and you can beat each other up, and that's, like, not the worst thing because the Lego games are incredibly forgiving, and it's just a really good time.
Yeah,
to, like, get along with people while playing some Lego.
When I first got my little sister, I gave her my hand-me-down DS. I got her Lego Harry Potter because she likes Harry Potter movies, and she was into that. And now to this day, her and my brother, they play the Lego games together, and they really they try and 100% it, and it's just real nice seeing them sit there for hours playing it and just having something to talk about. And he's gotten her through that into the football scene with FIFA. They manage teams. She manages the team. He plays it because she's not that good.
Micah, Super Soccer.
What did you say about me?
Super Soccer.
What?
Have we played Super Soccer together?
No. You fucking mixing me up with someone else?
Alex probably. Me and him played Super Soccer.
Ew. Someone who isn't me? I just also, while we're on the topic, when you said my best friend in high school, Rowan gave you kind of a look. I was like, hold on, we didn't know each other.
Wait, did I? that was subconscious, dude.
You kind of looked at me, I'm like...
When me and Georgia were playing Lego Lord of the Rings, we worked very hard to get the disco flask.
Oh yeah.
That plays they're taking the hobbits to Isengard. It's great. It's a disco version of they're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Oh, there you go.
It's
and you had
great.
to dance.
You did have to dance. It forced people to dance.
Lego games.
They're so good.
I'm really sad that I'm like too cynical to enjoy the multiplayer anymore. I'm just like, the Lego games, I can't play the multiplayer anymore. I'm just like, the camera angles are so bad.
Okay, yeah, the camera's awful.
The camera angles got better over the course of the game. Like, the camera angles in the Batman ones weren't that bad, because it had, like, that angle screen that moved and stuff.
I haven't played the Batman ones. The ones where it's just you're both on the same screen.
Yes, no, that
sucks. Horrible.
That sucks a lot. But no, I think they got better over time because that's how you develop games.
They fix the camera a lot better as well. Like the camera's like more in a fixed place, and it works really well.
So yeah, to conclude, video games are good. They can make you more social if you want them to.
Yeah.
They probably won't make you more antisocial. Definitely won't make you more antisocial. Video games are fun. Playing with your family, playing with your dog, playing with the stranger that lives down the street.
Yeah, you know, you would just
and
go
then
out.
You know what? Then you got a friend.
Then you got a friend.
Download some Guild Wars 2. Play some Guild Wars 2. Speaking of Guild Wars 2, we've been playing some Guild Wars 2. How are you guys finding that experience?
Loving it.
Join my guild, Sparkle Inc.
Join my guild, the Real West Side Wankers.
It's not as good.
Don't
Sparkle
join
Inc.
a
is
guild.
supportive.
Because playing MMOs alone is my kind of jam. But yeah, we
I
we just
consistently
kind
force you to play with me.
Yeah, we just kind of played a couple hours the other night, or like an hour or so, just kind of exploring the map, and I had fun.
Yeah.
I love the fact that playing Guild Wars is fun to just walk around in. Like it's not like the world. The world isn't like jam-packed because you'll find that like most of it's just like, oh, there's a hill here and there's enemies on that hill, or there's a thing here. Like most of the areas are just filled with enemies instead of like a lot of other stuff. But then there's vistas and points of interest, and we're like running around somewhere in the Nord place trying to 100%, and it was a fun time. We got to mess around. I didn't buy as many lemons this time.
Yeah, you need to buy more lemons. How many lemons do you have?
20,075.
Excellent. That's a good amount of lemons.
A lot of them are still in the bulk things. I found out that, I think I told you, I found out that I would need 80.3 slots to hold all my lemons.
80.3 slots.
So 81 slots.
He has a lot of lemons.
I have a handful and a half. My bank is lemons. I'm actually genuinely considering buying the bank upgrade with my real money to fit my lemons.
Yeah, well,
Just so I
the
can
thing
have a
is,
picture of
in
it.
the material slots where you can put your materials, you can put in 250.
I did.
That's it, and then you have a whole another 20,000.
Yep, I have a little more than 250. So like how the stacks just go up to 1,000. I would only need like 21 stacks.
How come the stacks go to 20,000?
Then you only need one stack.
Why is that a thing in games, just by the way? Why are there like stack limits in like certain things? Does it really matter?
Inventory management, mostly.
Yeah, like is it just kind of like a realism sort of
It's
thing?
you specifically can't have too much of one item. Like 20,000 lemons.
Yeah,
Well then.
well, surprise.
I count that as a flaw in my books.
Another thing is like they can use it to stimulate the economy a little bit because then you have to buy larger bags and like hey, do professions, you can make bags.
Actually, yeah, that makes sense.
You know.
Yeah, because like
it's all about that bag space.
Actually, yeah, like there's an extra bank slot that you can buy with real money in Guild Wars, and there's extra bag slot you can buy with real money. It actually just makes sense. But apart from Guild Wars, I've not really been doing much. I touched a little bit of Witcher 3 because I'd managed to steal my brother's controller back for a little bit. That I can't find something about that game that I dislike. I don't know what it is. It's so good. Like, I don't know. I just did one, like, quest, and it was, like, kind of sort of a main story quest where you, like, put on a play, and it was just stupid, just running around. Just running around doing little stupid things, but it was fun. And, like, I really enjoy just having this world that you can do anything in, and The Witcher does that pretty well. And it has, like, unlike a Guild Wars and a lot of other open world games, it has lots of shit packed into it, and it's a big ass world too. So it's great. Yeah, it's all good. Everything's spicy tasties.
I thought you were crying.
I was internalizing a sneeze, and it's gone now. It'll come back in like 3 minutes, but for now we're good.
Just be quiet for 3
I
minutes.
don't really have anything interesting. I didn't have any interesting things happen to me while I was playing games over the past couple of weeks. So everything's just kind of like it is every week. I'm just like, I like that game.
Oh, we're okay.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you did show me some, like, get me into some Monster Factory. So when I started Mass Effect 2, I may have made an awful character.
Oh no.
It's just horrifying. And I can't remember her name, but it's like Baganthus or something. She doesn't look good. She looks
I'm
very
sure
scared.
she's beautiful.
I'll get a picture at some point. But
I very specifically, I reclaimed one of my old Guild Wars characters, and his name was Lord Roosington. And I made this way before Monster Factory even existed.
Yeah.
And now that I've recovered it, it's like, this looks like a character from Monster Factory. This is like, has the most like just bulbous yet like weirdly feminine soft face with a big old beard and completely no hair.
Yeah, he's bald.
That's something very impressive I find about Monster Factory is that they can just fuck them up.
Yeah, they really can.
Like, my character still kind of looks like a human, my Mass Effect 2 character, but you know what?
Only just.
Yeah, just a little bit. Like, there's just kind of some work that could be done.
How much Mass Effect 2 did you end up playing?
I played the tutorial.
Oh, okay. Because I started playing Mass Effect 1 this week.
Yeah, how's that game?
Are you done with your games? Are you done talking about your games?
Yeah, I specifically mentioned that I have nothing interesting to say about games.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
I played a few hours of that.
Yeah.
A lot of people just don't like the game because of how, like, bad the combat is and stuff like that.
The main flaw that I've heard from a lot of people is just the driving segments. Like, everyone's like, that would be such a great game if it didn't have the driving segments. Are there other flaws that you've found?
I haven't gone to the driving segments yet. The combat is a bit off, but it's still it's fun.
Is that just cover shooters though? Because all cover shooters still feel a little off to me.
I don't mind cover shooters.
Right.
Like, Watch Dogs had fun combat.
Is that a cover shooter?
Like, I played it like a cover shooter.
Oh, okay, because I kind of wanted it, but now...
You don't have to use cover in Watch Dogs. So.
Okay.
It's more like GTA than a cover shooter.
If you're playing the hardest difficulty, you use cover.
Right.
Which I did, because it's really fun dying in one shot, but killing everything in one shot as well.
I'm a little baby bitch, so I never play on hard.
But no, like, so far I've been enjoying the combat in Mass Effect 1. Mostly because I've kind of been subconsciously comparing it to KOTOR the entire time.
Right.
Knights of the Old Republic, because I love that game. Everything about it. It's a bit dated, but I love it. Except the combat. The combat is horrible. It's Dragon Age with less strategy.
I've heard your KOTOR combat rants for a very long time.
And Mass Effect is kind of just like Knights of the Old Republic in a different universe, but with combat I can stand. And that's all I've really wanted.
Have you been playing Mass Effect Alone in the Room?
Mass Effect Alone in the Room? Yes.
Okay, I was just wondering if it touched on today's topic, because I know your girlfriend is quite the fan of the Mass Effect series.
She's the one that bought me Mass Effect 1.
Yes, I know.
She's the one who got me to play Mass Effect 2, because I was like, hey, should I play it? And then she was like, yes.
Yeah, no,
but
same.
with a lot more words.
She did it to me too.
I appreciate it.
I've been watching her play a lot of Mass Effect Andromeda, actually. Mostly because when I come over, that's a lot of what she does, because that's out now.
That's actually something I noticed while playing Mass Effect 2, is that the facial animations look pretty weird. I think that's just a BioWare thing.
Yes, it's 100% just BioWare.
I don't, like, Mass Effect Andromeda's didn't seem that much worse than Mass Effect 2's, because there was definitely a character that kept on going, hop, biting his top lip with his bottom one.
Actually, one thing I'll say about Mass Effect 1 is, a thing I don't like in games, it's in Witcher 2 a lot, not as much Witcher 3. In Mass Effect 1, you just feel like you're stuck to the ground. Like, it feels like you're just glued to the ground. There's no verticality at all. Like, you can't jump. There's no...
Do you jump? Like, can you jump?
No, you can't jump or anything. And, like, there's, like, no, like, vertical gameplay at all. There's no falling. There's no climbing on things and stuff like that. Which isn't really a big deal, but it just kind of feels off.
It is a big deal for me, because I love the jump run. And, you know, like, it just... I really hate it when jumps don't feel right.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, that's one of my biggest pet peeves for games.
I think
It's one of the reasons I hate the 3D Zeldas.
Actually, no, I completely agree. Like, the jumping in the Zeldas is just you run to the ledge and jump
But
it's a recently cleaned vacuum cleaner.
But that makes me kind of excited for when I finally, because I want to play all the Mass Effect games if I enjoy them enough. Makes me excited for Andromeda because you get a jetpack in that, which changes everything.
I was just about to say, like, the easiest fix to cover shooters in the combat for me is just add a jetpack.
Did we miss the news about the cat with the jetpack? Do it now!
It's not news.
Do it now, the viewers need to know.
So Georgia doesn't get mad at us. Overwatch nearly had a cat with a jetpack in it.
So cute.
That is all.
So cute.
And it is so cute.
We
also
assume.
it
Because we haven't seen it.
Every
it's just
cat
in
is
words.
cute.
Every cat, though?
Every cat.
I don't, no, the cutest part about it is that it would just kind of lazily bat its paw at the control panel to do abilities.
Wonderful.
Which is amazing. And actually, every cat is cute. What the heck do you mean?
Wait,
I think there's one cat I've seen that was very mean to me.
But it was still cute. It was just mean.
I base my cats on the personality.
So do I, but cats can be mean and cute.
Yeah, mean
at the
and
same
cute.
time.
Well, my cat's mean and
Like, yeah,
cute, but not
fancy.
real mean.
Your cat was real mean to me, probably because I was bothering it.
Your cat is
What has
lovely
he
to
ever done to
me.
you?
I have a video of your cat attacking me and it's really
Romeo
funny.
is lovely.
I don't remember.
He is
Save
a
it till after the
lovely boy.
podcast.
Yeah.
Romeo is lovely and never did anything wrong.
I mean, that's true.
No, I agree with that. He attacked me, but it was not unprovoked. Anyways, I played more Paper.io or Paperio, however you would pronounce it.
All right, the mobile game.
Barbario.
Yeah, the mobile game where it's like one of those EO games, you swipe and yeah. It's like mobile games, you swipe.
Like Agario.
I've been getting really into it, and I started getting really good at it. I got my girlfriend to start playing it as well, and she wanted me to play on her phone to unlock her some coins. I ended up beating the high score I have on mine while playing on hers by a large margin. And I'm just like, which if you get...
Ro, no one believes you. She got that score.
If you get 25% of the map, you unlock a new little character. And I got more than 25% on hers, and I'm still like 17 on mine.
Oh my gosh.
I want the little shitty character. I want it.
You have to earn it. She earned it, clearly.
Yeah, like, do you have proof?
Do you have proof that you're the one who did it?
You should record it and submit it to the panel so that we can decide whether or not you have tampered with the phone.
Yeah, you
Is
can't.
this like freaking...
Yeah, Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is King of Kong shit.
You need real footage.
So...
I believe that.
So I've been playing a lot more of that. It's been... For a few days, that was pretty much all I played. I had a lot of fun with it. But I made a terrible discovery.
What was it?
It was when I left the game, in what I thought was an online game, that I thought I was better at than real people. When I entered the game again, I was in the exact same spot. And I thought, how quaint. This is an online game, is it not? I turned off my Wi-Fi, turned off my mobile data, kept playing it. This entire time, it's been an offline game.
The entire time?
In the entire time, there's no online option.
Oh,
I thought you were
the
playing
game
against
itself is
people.
offline.
Yes.
You were.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was playing against people. I thought I was good. Turns out I'm just better
Fucking
than
suck.
a robot.
To be fair, that's the only...
17%!
Yeah, that's like the only .io game that is offline as far as I can tell.
understand why.
Then me and my girlfriend checked the online mode, which is on the laptop or like computer.
Yeah.
I played that at her place, but there was no way for us to be in the same lobby at all.
Luck.
Yeah, I kept trying, I couldn't, and I wanted to show her that I'm better at the game than her, but I couldn't.
Well,
I mean, she had the better score, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's like 11 better than you.
But yeah, that game, I'm probably still going to play it though because it's fun. I'm just going to be having less fun because I'm not beating real people.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you played?
No, just Mass Effect, Paperio, probably something else I'm forgetting. Which means it's probably not worth talking. Oh! I played some Titan Souls. Which is a...
Boss Rush.
Well, it's not as much... I think Boss Rush means like boss after another. That is more...
Boss Rush is just a game that has exclusively bosses in it and no other enemies.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So like Shadow of the Colossus with Boss Rush?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's the game I'd most relate this to, kind of.
Yeah.
It's...
Well, it's like loosely based off of...
It's like a hack
Shadow
and
of the
slash
Colossus.
would be if it had little boys in it.
Little boys.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much, it's a game where you have a bow and a single arrow, and that's all. You can shoot that arrow, and you can
pick it up?
You can pick it up again by running over, or you can like use the force to bring it back, which you can also use to like hit things from behind and stuff.
Are you a Jedi?
Wait,
that's the only force power you have.
Is it the force, or is it like a time rewind thing?
No, it's the force. You can just bring the arrow towards you.
Yeah.
And
like, please be time rewind.
Yeah. It's really fun in the way that it controls really smoothly, as it would need to.
Hey.
And yeah, you die in one hit, but all the bosses die in one hit as well. You might need to break through like a piece of armor to like get to a certain point, but like there's always one thing you can shoot to kill the boss, which is like really interesting. I beat the 4 tutorial bosses. That was good old time.
Yeah.
But beat like another boss beyond that, then I just couldn't anymore. The game just got too hard.
Too hard, bit of a Bloodborne.
And it's also the sort of thing where it's like, you can kill bosses in any order, mostly, but
Mega Man.
I got stuck on a Yeti that throws snowballs, shoots spikes, and you have to hit him in his pink buttocks.
I love it.
Yes, and I just cannot. Every time I try to hit him from behind in the pink buttocks, I get hit by spikes or it rolls through me.
What kind of game is this?
In the pin buttocks?
It's a semi-top-down pixel art game.
Whoa,
And yeah, I had a lot of fun with it until I rage quit, but just the music is so beautiful in that game, and I just wish I had the patience to play it.
Why were there 4 tutorial bosses?
So that it was just to get used to the controls.
Yeah.
It's not really a tutorial, there was no real tutorial. It's just there were 4 bosses in the starting area before it sends you to the huge open area. So it's pretty much a tutorial.
Hey Georgia, what you been playing this week?
I mean,
something about Titan Souls. Speaking of,
I've been playing a lot of
yeah.
I'm really into the crafting. I like
Not touched it.
It's just a good way to make money. I like exploration. I've been playing with a lot of different friends, people that I really had a lot of trouble with.
Being friends with them.
Yeah, being friends with. Like, this is one guy. He doesn't listen to the podcast. It's fine. Yeah, just no, I've been becoming friends with people that I didn't really. Our personalities clashed in the past. We've bonded over Guild Wars, which is nice.
Which kind of says something about how games make you a little more social.
Oh.
Sorry.
But I started my own guild because I wanted to do some guild challenges, and that's been a thing. I've been trying to get these cat robots. I've got all but one, the pink one, which is the hardest one to get, and it's just that grind to get enough like pieces of the currency, the fractal currency, to get it, and then I will have it, and it will match my outfit, and I'll be so happy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I got a really cool bow skin for my ranger. I have multiple level 80s now. I'm enjoying the game.
Yeah, the skins in that game I think are maybe 80% of the reason I love it.
Yeah,
and like the dyes and stuff.
I love it. I love it.
My little Christmas boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I played with Micah and Ryan and one of our other friends, and we became the Christmas crew.
Yeah.
We all dyed all the armor. Christmassy colours.
Hell yeah,
it was beautiful. I look like the most like a tree because I have glowing gems. Just gonna say.
I look like a
you just look
slutty
like a beautiful elf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, full chest.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Anyone who knows Micah knows his nip nops. They're always out, like his Guild Wars characters.
My nip nops are out often. Yeah.
Yeah, they are during the warm months.
During the.
Anyway, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I've been playing Tap Tap Fish as well.
Oh yeah.
Keep still going on Tap Tap Fish. It's the spring and Easter event. Right now, there's bunnies. I'm considering spending $16 on scuba diving bunnies. And I just need to, I need to just look.
Yeah, one thing about Tap Tap Fish is
The
that...
face! Ron really just needed like a full pigoo nose, and he's just like, for a long time stuck like that, like Quasimodo face.
Is the only way to get the bunnies to pay $16?
The only way.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
That's like a trap perfectly set for you.
I was just about
like
to say, they know you.
Yeah.
Like, there's all the other ones you can get from achievements, and you don't need to buy a single thing. It's and to get, like, there's one that you need to get every, spring event fish to unlock, and it doesn't include the one you have to buy. But the one you have to buy is a scuba diving bunny.
That's crazy.
And I'm just like, I'm gonna
Of course you are.
I know, and I hate myself for it, but I am, because you know what, I'm spending money on Guild Wars as well.
One thing about Tap Tap Fish is that you've been talking about it for like a couple of months, and it's also a clicker game. Like that, those two things don't usually happen. Usually clicker games are pick up, put down kind of thing.
Beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's I really like the music. It's calming. I can just turn the music on, and it's like,
hey, I'm a tapping fish.
Yeah, it gives me something to do so that I don't have to just be refreshing my like Messenger or Tumblr or something in public. I can just play Tap Tap Fish, and I'm just gonna tap my fish and take photos and tell my fish how
it's just
good
kind of
they're
like
doing.
a game you can just fiddle with.
Yeah, because you also got into it for a little bit, didn't you, Ron?
Yeah, and then the glitch happened.
He could play again. It could just been patched.
It would not be patched.
I might check it out then.
You should. It's good. It's good because there's always a happy little Coralite smiling away at you no matter what.
It does seem like your kind of game, Micah. You'd
like
be like, oh, it's nice and relaxing. It's got some fish.
It's like an Abzu clicker. That's what I would call it.
I want to play Abzu so bad.
Do you have monthly?
I haven't.
We all would have Abzu then. You can sneeze there.
Ooh.
Yeah. Also, I've been didn't write it down, but I have been playing something else. I've literally done. I played nothing. Sorry. Then I wrote Tap Tap Fish and Guild Wars.
What about Club Penguin?
Oh yeah, yes. I've been playing 2 new mobile apps as well. I got into the chicken screen for a hot minute there.
Chicken
until
screen?
I was rudely recorded while playing it. So I will not be playing it unless I am home alone. It is a game where you move your chicken by singing or talking to it, just making noise, so you're like la la la, and then you need to jump. So you scream to get the chicken to jump.
Got it.
So you're like la 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 ah la 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 ah, and yep, it's fun.
It's called Chicken Scream though.
Yeah, it's unique.
That's something.
It's like a nice little take on a little platformer. Fun.
Sounds
Fluffy
interesting.
guy
It's just a
style
little.
game.
It's a little runner game, which is like has noise-based movement, which is like really interesting.
Yeah.
Like from a game design perspective, really interesting. From
Yeah.
a being around Georgia while she's going, infuriating.
It's like
You were in the bathroom. I didn't.
I
think
thought you were
could hear
calling
me.
to me. I was like, I'm busy.
No, what he said was, "I'm pooping."
Yes.
That's what
I
you were
was-
saying.
I just like the idea of you like walking into a house and just hearing a and like as you get closer it's like
He scared me so bad. He snuck up behind me and scared the bejesus out of me.
Did he make the chicken jump though?
Yeah, and
Real
he kept talking because he's so much louder than me in real life. Like in podcast.
Yeah.
He like was like ruining it. Like he kept jumping. My chicken kept jumping. I was like, "It's not time to jump, chicken." Anyway, I've also
I think she said that and it made the chicken fall off the edge.
I've also been playing Club Penguin, as we discussed. It's
Didn't you start playing it at the start of this podcast?
I've been playing it for approximately an hour and a half. And like, I'm confused about what I need to do next. I will consult Rowan's girlfriend. She seems to know.
I think Club Penguin's just mini games, isn't it?
I can't find the mini games. Is the problem.
Follow the other penguins.
They're just. I was talking to some penguins earlier.
Hey.
We were sitting around like a little hot tub, and I did a couple emojis, and they did some back.
Nice.
Yep. I don't want to pay for it, and I think that to really get the most out of it, you need to pay for it.
That's
Definitely.
mobile games.
Yeah, and I just don't want that. I would rather play RuneScape.
Hey.
I just want to play
Because
Guild Wars,
RuneScape's a
like,
better game than Club Penguin.
But another thing that I've been doing, which is kind of weird, I've been strongly being like, where is my DS? I can't find my 3DS. I desperately want to begin playing Animal Crossing again. Can't find my DS. That's the update. I'll let you guys know what happens in my DS saga next week.
Don't call it the DS Saga. King will sue you.
The DS Sega.
Can I make a Candy Crush?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got it.
The DS
Trilogy.
trilogy. I don't want it to be a trilogy. I want to find it.
That means it'll take like 2 more podcasts to find it.
Hey.
I want to play Animal Crossing again. That's what I'm playing.
It's probably just at your house. Like,
I know, it was in one of my bags. I recently moved and it's missing.
probably just at your old house, dude.
No.
Good check. Get Ryan, Tracker. He drives over.
Yeah, sure.
Hey.
Ryan, what have you been playing?
So this week I've been pretty boring, but I actually have interesting things to say about it.
Ooh.
So I've been playing Guild Wars, and I wasn't doing a diss at you.
Touch it and die.
I think he might have been doing
was-
a diss at me. Because that
Wasn't a diss at anyone.
No, I know.
So I've been playing Guild Wars, and one of my favorite things at the moment is they've got the event, which is the Super Adventure Box.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Rowan,
I
you
should
would
do
really.
that.
Rowan,
We should
you'd
do it
love
all
it.
together. You would really love it. It's a tribute to retro gaming.
I can play with you guys tomorrow if you want.
Yeah. So they got the Super Adventure Box event, and it's basically like a very like it's a tribute to retro games. It's got like it's like a very voxely style thing, but your character is still the very Guild
the
Wars
very shapy
character.
boy.
Yeah,
I've seen little snippets of it.
yeah, and it's really fun. Like
Yeah.
it's
It
just
is
a little
fun.
event thing.
Isn't it just
it's
like a bit of platformer thingy?
it's
No.
it's like a 3D
It's like a
platformer.
little dungeon crawl.
Kind of. It's like
Like, is there combat?
yeah, there's combat.
Okay, yeah.
Everything like you just kind of like slash your little stick, and you get more abilities like bombs and stuff. And you just go around, you kill the enemies, you do big old jumping
There's lots of
puzzles.
little secrets. There's all the little tributes to like Mario and Zelda. Like there's a shop and
Yeah.
Literally secrets everywhere.
It's
Ooh.
definitely the most dungeony thing that I find Guild Wars has.
Other than dungeons?
Well, yeah, their dungeons are a lot more freeform. Where you can go pick what boss you want to do and like the group
Yeah.
votes on it.
Have you done any
Yeah, I
dungeons apart from the one we did?
Yeah.
Are there ones better than that one? Because I didn't like that one that
There
much.
are
I died a
ones
lot.
better. I didn't
Well, yeah, but we
actually
were,
play
like,
that
so
with you
under-leveled.
guys.
Yeah, well, half of us.
I
yeah.
was not there when you guys did that because I was too low level.
Oh, okay, yeah. We should have done that
Forever
together.
love Battlefields.
We should world this world together.
Well, what's
Yeah.
your highest level character, right?
62.
Ooh, we should
I have
do
two level 62 characters
We
now.
should do a level 60 dungeon later. This is just
Yeah.
behind the scenes talk.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm down. But no, I think that Roman would really enjoy it. It's the most dungeony thing in like traditional dungeon, like think World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The most like that. But
I am keen to try it out, yeah.
yeah, it's fun.
I like retro games a lot. I'm a nerd.
I got all the achievements in the first world, which is like find all the secrets and all that stuff, and I got like a special backpack that's like a green pixely backpack. It's pretty cool. I'm trying to get more of the weapon skins and stuff, so I'm just doing the dailies, and it's really fun. I really like it. And then there's I've found like I can like solo it now because you can do it with up to 5 people, but I've like just
Yeah.
can speed run and solo that thing.
Yeah.
Just beat the boss like real easy.
Oh,
And
that
then
boss was so hard.
yeah, it's really easy when you solo it.
Yeah,
Um,
it scales it.
Yeah, because it scales it. The other thing that I've been doing is I've been playing a bit of Skyrim.
I have noticed.
I
sucks.
finished the final story, and I've never actually done the Dragonborn DLC.
Oh,
So
that's good.
I actually started that, and oh my god, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Like, I first got in there, I haven't even, like, done anything. The first thing I did was, is like, oh, some dude wants his pickaxe, so I take the pickaxe to him, and then there's, like, this big thing where you go into
Yeah.
a mine.
Oh.
And, oh my god, I went to the bottom of the mine, I was severely underleveled to fight the Dragon Priest at the end.
Yeah.
Kind of a spoiler. Then,
been enough
it's been
time.
enough time.
Yeah.
I then found the Black Book.
Oh, the fucking black books are so cool.
I'm such a sucker for like Lovecraft shit. Like
Yeah.
not specifically Lovecraft because I've never actually gotten into reading
Yeah.
like HP Lovecraft stuff, but
like-
Lovecraft
You
inspired
can
stuff
really,
is
like,
pretty much
stand 3
just
chapters on
tentacles.
what a gem looks like.
yeah.
Like-
But I love that stuff so
Lovecraft
much.
is
Just
exactly the reason Hermes Mara is my favorite Daedra. He's so
Yeah.
cool.
it
And his
even
fucking
leads.
voice.
It
Baby Yoda.
leads into WoW. Like the old gods are my favorite part of WoW, and it's all like
okay.
very Lovecraftian stuff. And I loved that so much.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much where I got up to. I like finished that. I finished that whole thing, and now I'm like back there, and it's like I should probably get doing the Dragonborn stuff because I got distracted for like 2 hours in this giant ass place.
The Dragonborn DLC is one of my favorite DLCs. Just in time because like it also like has a really good use of color. Like the entire island of Solstheim is covered in ash, and you find it's pretty boring to look at, which is like effective. And then there are the Reiklings that live in like the ice caves, and the ice caves are all really blue. And then the Hermaeus Mora stuff in the black books and all that's like black and green. And I just love like exploring that place. It's so cool. And they have waves on the side of the beach.
They did such a good job of making Solstheim, is that the name of the island? Solstheim. They did such a good job of making it look so much different to Skyrim. Like the buildings and everything, like it is very reminiscent of Morrowind, exactly.
Because you can see Morrowind from Solstheim.
Solstheim is a part of Morrowind. Like, the province.
It's like how Tasmania is a part of Australia. It doesn't fucking count.
But yeah, it's awesome. Like I'm really liking that. That's as far as I've gotten, but already it's just a quest that, because I've done so many quests in Skyrim. Like it was a side quest that was of good quality in Skyrim, and it was a quest that I haven't done before, which is like so rare to find in Skyrim. It's good.
The Dragonborn DLC also just adds a lot of cool stuff to like the main game in general. Like. They advertise it, so it's not that much of a spoiler, really. But you can ride dragons.
Yeah. Wait, is that actually a thing?
Yeah.
Isn't it, like, super disappointing because you fly around in a circle?
It's pretty disappointing, but the thing is you're on a dragon, so it doesn't matter. Pretty much the only time riding a dragon isn't disappointing is when you're doing it in the main quest.
Yeah.
But there's also the Nordic armor and stuff, and the chitin and all bone mold and stuff. That's all really cool.
Yeah, those are cool.
There's the Sujamas. That's pretty nice. It's just no alcohol. And there's Stalroom and stuff. It's just it adds so many cool things, and like the dragon bone weapons, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm muffing.
No, one of the mods added Dragonborn weapons. One of the DLCs
did.
Yeah.
And a mod.
Definitely one of them. But no, it's such a full DLC.
Yeah, I have no idea why it's taken me so long to get around to it. Like, I honestly have no idea. Like, I never even finished,
Dawnguard?
I never finished Dawnguard.
Dawnguard isn't as good. I still really like it, but it's not nearly as good as Dragonborn.
I got up to the part where it's like, oh, there's an Elder Scroll, and I was like, oh, cool, because I don't know much about... I don't know much about the lore, but I was like, oh, those are important. Those are an important part of the lore, because...
they're slightly important of the Elder Scrolls.
I'm in an interesting place because I really love the lore in games, but I know nothing about the Elder Scrolls lore, so I'm like, I know this is important, let me zone in on this.
Before Skyrim came out, me and my friend really tried to educate you on it. Remember, we filled almost an entire sketchbook with the lore. We drew pictures for you. You didn't care.
Can I? Do you still have
I was just about to say, can I buy that game?
To be fair, it would have been very difficult for me to if you told it to me now, it would be a lot easier to understand because I had never played an Elder Scrolls game at that point. So you explaining all these names to me means nothing.
There was pictures.
There was pictures.
Arena and Daggerfall is where Arena.
Yeah, Arena's the best one.
Yeah. Like she played those two. I didn't. I played a little bit of Morrowind and Oblivion. I played Incompletion.
Did you say Arena's the best one?
The first one.
Oh, I was just like,
Arena's the
it
best.
was not good.
Even how much of the island have you explored, Solstheim?
Oh, none. I literally, I got to the first place, got the quest with the thing. I'm like, ooh, something weird's going on in this town. Went down, gave him the pickaxe, and then he's like, hey, can you go down into this mine for me? And I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, and then I was like, oh, there isn't any ebony here. Oh, the ebony mine's dried up. Yeah. Oh, that's disappointing. I really want some ebony.
The entrance to the mine's like in Raven Rock, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
There is a lot to explore.
Yeah,
it's pretty empty. That's kind of the point. But there's just like there are like two other little kind of towns in Solstheim that are really cool, and just the little I forget the names of them all the time, but the Jelly Strider boys. The Netches.
I haven't even seen those yet. I've gotten to the island and I've seen Draugr, and then there's like the new guys that I guess are kind of like the bandits. I forget what they're called though. They're like they were just at the end of the dungeon. They're basically like looters. They have a name though. They're like a gang. But right. I don't remember what they're called. Completely forgotten that. Yeah, they're called something specific. But I don't remember.
The little jelly strata guys, they're also in Morrowind, like it was one of the main forms of transportation. Right at the beginning.
Yeah.
I
okay.
No,
I don't remember either, but I know what you're talking about.
Hey.
Yeah. Because I played the...
You can barely move in Morrowind.
I played Morrowind for a grand total of 40 minutes, and then I was like... I don't understand. He's telling me to go a place there isn't a waypoint? How do I play games without waypoints?
That was me with Daggerfall. I played for about 2 hours and I ended up in just an enormous prison. And I was like, why? And I just kind of gave up after that point. Deleted my DOS emulator.
So yeah, that's all I've been playing this week.
Yeah. This week's been a pretty good week for me in terms of social games as well, so it was a good time.
Nice timing.
That started out as something that I wanted to have in, but that didn't make any sense.
Yeah. Do we just want to wrap up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Channel your chi.
Yeah. Thanks for listens.
Yeah, that's it for this week's podcast. As usual, if you have anything to say about this or any past podcasts, feel free to let us know in the comments or on any of our social medias. You can find us at the Nuggcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can get the Nuggcast on all podcast apps, iTunes, SoundCloud, anything else you need to find your podcast at. Have fun. Anything else?
Join the Sparkle Inc. Guild on Guild Wars 2.
The real West Side Wankers Guild.
Join Sparkle Inc. We praise Whoopie the Persnicketous. She is the best quaggin in the entire Ontario.
Or you just don't join a guild and play 100 hours on one character.
He's in both of the guilds. Just so you know, you could join both. You can have multiple guilds. But represent Sparkle Inc.
Thank you for listening. Have a cool time.
Whoa!
Bye!